What's good, everyone? Boy, DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, man. I got my boy Gibson on the line. I'm pissed off right now. The Pelicans lose 140 to 125. The Pelicans had a chance to move up and win this game. I say in the second half, when they were down 95 to 92, Alvin Gentry took the starters out. And then the Pelicans went on a run and extended the lead to 14, and they didn't look back. Brother Gibson,
Oh, oh, you mean
man, tell me
Kings?
about this game, man.
The Kings put on a run, man. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna lay it here for all the haters. First of all, the start of the game begins this way. Derek Favors can't grab a rebound to save his life. Bi is playing terrible interior defense. Drew Holiday was getting scored on by Fox. For some reason, Twitter sees it opposite. Drew Holiday got the first 3 points Fox got were on Drew Holiday, but people forget. So they're down by like 10. They sit down Lonzo and I think another starter, and they bring in Frank Jackson. Now, I don't get why the fuck they brought in Frank Jackson instead of Josh Hart in the beginning. Frank Jackson, they come in, they're down by 11. He sits back down. I think it's the later in the second they bring back Lonzo. They sit him down for a long time. Lonzo and it was Lonzo, Drew, and Zion and Bi, I think, who brought the lead back. Who got it close to 2 points, like you said, like 3 points. Then he decides to take Drew and Lonzo, the best two defenders on guards, and puts them on the bench, and brings in Frank Jackson and Josh Hart.
Man,
The lead goes away. I mean, not the lead. They went to what? They lost by like 20. They were like, it just went away. And then the fourth, he brings them back in, brings in Lonzo back like with like 10. But I don't even know, man. But it was just ridiculous, man. And then he sits down Bi.
man, I gotta say this: the Pelicans are done. I repeat, the Pelicans are freaking done. I'm trying to not cuss. Um, they're done, man. They're done. I don't want to hear about if they other teams and the Pelicans. I mean, not the Pelicans, but the Memphis Grizzlies cannot win the rest of their games because they got a tough schedule. I don't give a crap. They lost to the goddamn Sacramento Kings. Let me repeat that. They lost to the goddamn Sacramento Kings. And that was a full of shit performance. The rebounder was pathetic. The energy was low. Nobody wants to defend. Nobody wants to freaking die for loose balls. Why are the Pelicans in the bubble? I fought tooth and nail saying the Pelicans need to be in the bubble, and now I look like an ass because the Pelicans look like they're uninterested. They look like they want to go home, play Fortnite all day, 2K all day, and call it a night. And Alvin Gentry, his rotations are ass. They're garbage. This man is a below 500. And Fluke Walton, coach circles over Alvin Gentry. It's not even close.
Oh my goodness.
But due to this game, and since the headlines is Fox versus Lonzo Ball is getting majority of the blame, even though he wasn't on
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox that much. He wasn't. Did they not look at the game?
I,
He
I
had
don't. No, because the bloggers are going to tell people, well. First of all, they're shitting on their own players, which is hilarious from coming from bloggers. But like you said, they weren't looking at the game in the beginning. They put Drew Holiday on Fox, and then they put Lonzo on Fox, and Fox would just pass it to the left or the right to not, or just look for a pick, and Lonzo was like fighting through screens and keeping with, Fox poking the ball out of his hands, making it hard for him to get layups. He even did an airball three on Lonzo. But you know what? People are not going to see that. They're not going to see that Frank Jackson was getting killed when they sat down. I don't know, man. You're right.
and this is not against Lonzo. It's just that this whole season, this team, I cannot wait to see LaMelo play. Um, Hopefully, it's the Knicks or the Pistons. I just wanted some fun. I want to see some fun. I want to see some good ball movement. And if this was a game, and I'm not blaming this on Lonzo,
No,
but
this is the one game I'm not blaming.
yeah, I'm not going to blame it. I watched the film. The defensive rotations from the bigs to the guards were trash. Drew Holiday played his worst defense I've ever seen him.
Don't tell that to Twitter, man.
Oh no! I watched it. Oh,
Like what?
And guys like Shamit,
Yeah.
he's making all these excuses for the backups playing, but De'Aaron Fox, and I counted, scored 18 points on the backup guards for the Pelicans.
18. Like
Yeah,
that's the problem. 18. And not only that, like that's what kills me about these things, man. It's like Drew was getting killed by Fox, was getting killed by Gogi, was getting killed by who was that other European guy? He was just getting killed by
Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich. He was just getting killed by everybody today. And for some reason, we act like he was playing great defense. Oh, listen, Derek. I mean, listen, no hate on him. He's the best defender in this team by far. But he was not that guy today. And I'm not even going to blame him for this game. This game was not even really about. I'm blaming the bigs by a whole lot. They were the worst. There was it was terrible, man. It was terrible, DJ, man. Like no one could get an defensive rebound to save their lives.
And I got to put this out there. If anyone's Pelican fans or Zoe fans or whatever, I don't want to hear about they still got a chance. Tonight's game was just enough for me. They could win the rest of their games and not go in the play-in game. I believe so, truly, because I believe the Trailblazers are going to get their wins, and the Suns are winning, and the Spurs. Don't forget them.
I'd rather watch them play. I'd rather watch anyone but the Spurs play before the Pelicans this season. This was terrible. This showed me a lot of what I don't want to watch in the playoffs. Even if they got in the playoffs, they're gonna get killed by the Lakers. They don't have the big men equipped to even handle AD. They don't have any big bodies that can handle LeBron James. So I don't even watch that, man. And the thing is, DJ, this showed me that Gentry does not learn from his past game. You watched the Grizzlies versus the Pelicans. He did a great job. He limited Etuan Moore's minutes. He limited Frank Jackson minutes. They barely played. Like, I think, Frank Jackson played maybe, at worst, 4 minutes? 5 that game? And I'm like, he didn't learn his lesson. And then he closed the game out with Zion and B.I. making the buckets. You know what I'm saying? Making them the main guys, the closers, right? But for some reason, he goes away from that. Sits down B.I. I don't care if you're down by 20. You need to keep B.I. in. He's your only bucket getter on that team who can get to the foul line. It doesn't make sense. And it's annoying because I just want to block everything Pelicans because they always seem to blame the wrong people every single game. Drew Holiday can do no wrong. Alvin Gentry could do no wrong. Derek Favors could do no wrong. Like, there was people defending Derek Favors today.
Yeah, I saw that. 4 rebounds from Derek Favors.
Like, he was a ghost. He was a ghost. I mean, like...
Bro, look at this. Frank Jackson played 21 minutes and 53 seconds in this game. A backup. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Alvin Gentry, he keeps pussyfooting with these freaking lineups, playing everybody and their mama. I'm freaking tired of this. I'm tired of watching this team. This team does not have it. There are a bunch of pansies on that court. Alvin Gentry looking like Bubba Gump with his locked jaw, look like a deer in the headlights. He does not make rotation adjustments. He does not make game in-depth adjustments. It's terrible, man. And he's still coaching, but we ain't got Mark Jackson and any other Coach Atkinson who are better coaches unemployed. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, man, and the thing is, people, like I said, they saying Drew Holiday and Lonzo got torched. The only reason they're saying this is because no one knows Frank Jackson, who's a casual person. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't watch that whole game. Like, I'm still amazed that people could watch that game and say Lonzo got torched. This is crazy. Listen, I know I'm about to sound like a Lonzo stan, But this is crazy. This is one of those games where, yeah, he had low points, but this isn't like DJ. This is not like the 2 other games he had. This is not like those games. He was playing his best defense, passing the ball, being aggressive, attacking, like you said, attacking the paint. What are we missing? It's not his fault. When you have a big man who can't help you out, be any help defense. That as soon as someone gets to the rim, all you have to do is hope that they have bad layup moves. Because your big man is just going to stare and watch him and jump later. Oh my gosh, man.
Man,
DJ.
look at the bigs. Look at the bigs. Soft screens, soft rebounding. Lonzo was actually efficient. The only problem he had in this game is his defense should have been better in the first quarter, but it wasn't the reason why Fox and them went off. If you look at the game, Bogdanovich, the brother was on fire, man. I mean, they should have played a boxing one on him first off. But when Drew was playing bad defense on De'Aaron Fox, they should have just told Lonzo.
To this day, I don't. No, the thing I will criticize Lonzo about. Yep, what's that? DJ?
Yeah, I'm there.
Nah, the thing I will criticize Lonzo about, and this has been every game since the bubble, is like he's aggressive here and there, but you realize, yeah, Fox does have something. Fox, I do believe, is a better player in the sense of like what the media likes. Fox is gonna get his. He's gonna try to get 30 points. Lonzo's not. Lonzo's gonna try to play by the rules. He's gonna try to play fair. Gonna try to pass it to to his teammates who were not good. Like that. And I'm gonna be honest. I really do believe, that's the limitation of his handles. His ball handles makes him limited. That's it. It really does. Because he attacked the lane like what? 4 times, like 3 times this game? And I'm like, man, how tall he is, how athletic he is. Why is he not going in all the time?
Man, he showed the signs early on when he was attacking the basket. I was like, yes, that's what I want to see. He was mixing it up. And to be honest, if Lonzo was a stat pattern, he probably would have had better scoring numbers. In that fourth quarter when it was a blowout, he could have he did here and there. But you know how Zoe is. It's sad, man. This team is freaking pathetic, man.
It really pathetic. It really is. It's just bad. I'm more pissed off at like the bloggers and even guys that I like listening to on Twitter. Like they're like, yo, why, they had to sit down Lonzo to bring in Frank Jackson because Lonzo wasn't really doing much. I'm like, I'm sorry, what the fuck is Frank Jackson doing? Like, you bring in Frank Jackson and Josh Hart. Josh Hart is a great player, but he's a terrible perimeter defender. You do not want him guarding the perimeter because he's going to foul somebody. He is active rebounder. Funny thing is, Josh Hart is a better rebounder than any of the bigs. Shit, they might as well just make Josh Hart a big. It's ridiculous, man. DJ, all I can tell you is I pray that LaMelo doesn't go to the Bulls. I pray. Because man, bad coaching and like what they're not even trying to fire their coach.
Hey, we could all say what we want about Tom Thibodeau, but he's not really a bad coach. I mean, he had the Minnesota Timberwolves in that playoffs that one time. The Timberwolves problem, they were just soft. But is Tom Thibodeau a perfect coach? No. But is he better than Alvin Gentry? Hell yes. It's not even close. It's not even freaking close. So at least I know that LaMelo Ball will be in good hands. I just can't wait to watch LaMelo play, man. I really believe he will be drafted to a team that could make the playoffs or really be competitive, depending on how the season goes. With the Pelicans, man, there's no hope, man. Their fan base is delusional. They didn't even watch the game, apparently. They're blaming Lonzo fully, but not Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday played a shitty performance on defense. But his bad play gets ignored because they try to protect him and they love that he's loyal to New Orleans. And he was guarding De'Aaron Fox more than anybody. That doesn't make any sense. Lonzo and De'Aaron Fox were not guarding each other majority of the time. That's not a one-on-one battle. It's
You know,
not.
but people don't like you said it. People don't watch the tape. People don't watch the game. Like, what's funny is I could always bet who's going to be the one to shit on the player they dislike and who's going to be the one to make excuses. It's funny. Like, there's Lonzo Stenzo will make excuses for him. And then the typical Lonzo haters that come up. And they're always the same Twitter handle. It's always hilarious. Fear the Brown, Mason, whatever his name is. A few of these people that just hate the Ball family. And then you could look at their past history and see how they hate. And then you could see the Ball stand. DJ, it's like there's only a few people that keep it real like you. There's not a lot at all.
Thank you, brother.
And like Drew could do no wrong. And then in the end of the game, Drew they dribble, even Lonzo. And this is the problem I have with Lonzo in the game. He didn't try to shoot any threes in the fourth. He just kind of became passive in the fourth, trying to play safe. I'm like, dude, play like you did against the Spurs when you were on the Lakers. Shoot the motherfucking ball. Stop doing this. You're down by like 20. You're a reliable three-point shooter. Take the shot.
Let me say this about Lonzo. This is the difference between him and Fox. If Fox was losing, he would try to get his. They're losing. Why in the hell are you being passive, Lonzo? Your teammates are cold as fuck. Take the damn threes, man. Take the freaking threes. Attack the basket. Stop being passive, man. These teammates ain't looking out for you. Matter of fact, his teammates are messing up his bag. They're not screening when he's driving to the basket or doing pick and roll. They're not giving the ball back to initiate the offense.
Shit,
what
man.
The hell is he doing?
This is making me miss Lakers' first year, Lonzo's first year with the Lakers. That was a perfect center. Brook Lopez was the best center he had. Injury screwed that up. But this is Derek Favors plays like he is 6 foot. I'm just, and you know what, DJ? I just rambling on about it, but Derek Favors gets away with it because everyone looks at his plus minus bullshit and say, well, his plus minus is like really high when he's on the floor. It's like the only reason it's really high is because he only gets to play with the starters. They don't really play him with the secondary. Of course his shit's gonna look really high. Man.
Yeah, man. This is some bull, man. This is some bull. And I'm at a point I don't care anymore. I don't care if the haters say something about Lonzo. They're gonna say delusional stuff that Lonzo was guarding De'Aaron Fox the whole game, and De'Aaron Fox scored 30 points, all of 30 on Lonzo, and irrational stuff. I don't care anymore. It's the Pelicans that took my joy of basketball from this whole horrible defense.
Man,
this was an embarrassment, a freaking embarrassment.
They were getting DJ, how many offensive rebounds? I just want to know because I don't have the numbers in front of me. How many offensive rebounds did the Kings have over the Pelicans? Is there a way to check that up?
Yeah.
Or no, defensive. Sorry.
Defensive rebounds?
Yeah.
So, no, I think the Pelicans, I think you're talking about offensive rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento had 13 more offensive rebounds. That's a game. That's the game, man.
Not only that part, DJ, also defensive because every time Sacramento's got second chance points was like, how many times? I know they got like more than 5 times in second chance points.
This is horrible, man. This is horrible.
But this made me realize how much I don't want LaMelo and the Bulls because they're already talking about keeping that coach. And he's a notorious bullshitter, too, when it comes with that lineup, when he tries to force Kobe White and to sit on the bench and, like, have him, like, play a different position, tell him not to take mid-range. These coaches try so hard to play this, like, school principal bullshit to the point where they're trying their best not to win games. This is what I've noticed. Like, there is no point in anyone's mind where Frank Jackson should see more than 5 minutes on the court. And I'm dead ass. Frank Jackson is a better guy who I'll say this. Frank Jackson is an athletic player who can attack the rim. But that's all he is. He's not a playmaker. He's just not a playmaker at all. His shooting is not that great either. So why is he on the floor? His defense is not up to par either. Why is he on the floor?
Bro, I'm going to say this before we leave, man. I'm going to say that the Pelican season is done. I'm calling it now. I have no faith in Alvin Gentry. He's a trash coach. He's below 500. He keeps getting all these opportunities, and I see why Anthony Davis left. I see why. Because he's completely garbage. Playing everybody and their mama. Playing favorites. Can't even make an adjustment. And he has a love affair with his previous players. He kept Drew in longer. I mean, Drew was getting, like, done up by De'Aaron Fox. No one's talking about it. It's so weird to me. But it is what it is. This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, man. Any last words, bro?
I'm done talking about it. This has been my last time talking about the Pelicans. If I'm come on, we're gonna talk about the mock drafts.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the drafts, brother.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the draft. That's gonna be the only happy moment of this month in basketball for me. Is the draft.
Yep.
Freaking pathetic.
Man.
That's all I gotta say, man.